Wednesday is fast approaching. That means one thing, racing in Hong Kong at Happy Valley. We've got 9 races on the C course. Paul Lally is here to guide us through some selections for the race-by-race preview. And we get things underway at 6:40 with a Class 5 over the 1,000 metres. Class droppers 1, 2, 3 and 4 with same to you on a 7-day backup. Super Axiom has his second run in this grade. Modest Gentleman, a course and distance winner back in January. Island Surprise now with Pierre Rung. He's had a couple of trials and the visor off. Pacifiers with the cowls go on. And the Wild Riders dropping back from the 1,200 to the 1,000 metres here, Paul. And Super Axiom, despite the fact Hero Star has plenty of pace, not as much as Super Axiom.
He's one of the fastest horses out of the gates in Hong Kong, Super Axiom. So, look, I think he can cross Hero Star easy enough. Sweet Diamond, he's drawn wide, but I think he can get across. He'll put himself on the pace. Could be a little bit tough there for August Moon. He's drawn wide. King Invincible, he'll have to go back from his wide draw. And the other one, Time Straw, is drawn 10. He should go back as well.
King Invincible is in our first replay. It's his first look in this grade, Paul. He runs 6th in what is a pretty regular lineup for a Class 4 on Wednesday night we see here. Most of them race each other. He's always trialled like he would win a race, but he's just had those internal issues along the way.
He's a roarer, isn't he, that horse, King Invincible. So that's his problem. The 1,000 metres, I suppose, gives him his best chance, but he's got drawn wide, barrier 11 with a big weight. So, look, I was happy to watch him.
We'll leave him out then after replay number 1. There's a few in the second to have a look at. Sweet Diamond, he's had 2 starts, 2 placings, course and distance. He's drawn wide though. Goodmanship, August Moon and Modest Gentleman in the pink blinkers will be next to turn for home.
Yeah, Sweet Diamond's the one I'll take out of this race because even though he's drawn wide, I think with Super Axiom in the race, it's going to open the field up quite a bit because he's very speedy. And as such, I think he can get across one off the rail. And if he does do that, he's a Class 4 winner in Class 5. He's been running really well recently. So, look, I think he can win this race.
It's a good report for the grey there in Sweet Diamond. Now, we're going to the all-weather. I was going to show some track work from Super Axiom. Couldn't find any. Noir Riders in this replay as well. And it was 1,200 metres, which he can't get. But they've been backing him over 1,200 metres lately.
Look, if he's ever going to win a race, it's this, because he's got the 10-pound claim. He's a simple ride, straight to the front and just keep going. So over 1,000 metres with an apprentice claim, down into Class 5, this is going to be his opportunity. The one rider who ran past him there, he's been racing quite good racing. He's got an inside draw, so I'll put him in on a minor line as well.
All right, they go in. So Super Axiom as easy as putting in the $2 and the ride at the supermarket and the horse, and it just goes back and forth, but he's going to get run down by Sweet Diamond.
You'd like to think he goes a little bit quicker than that, but you're right. I know what you mean. Yeah, he goes in. He's an easy ride. He's uncomplicated. It's probably a better way of saying. Straight to the front, keep going, son. But Sweet Diamond's on top to beat Super Axiom. I think Sweet Diamond can sit on his haunches and get over him late. He'll look like the winner at some stage, I think, Super Axiom. Time Storm with that pace in the race can get a run from the back, and Noir Rider from barrier 1. 6, 5, 8, 12.
Alexi Bedell and Ricky Yu to combine and take out the opener, the Class 5. Race number 2 is a Class 5, but this one over the 1,650 metres, and we have got Northern Beast having his second run in the grade. Master of Luck scratched on the 27th of March. He had a wound to a leg that was happening in transport on the way from Sha Tin to Happy Valley. Amazing Boys on the class drop. Fortune President, blinkers and tongue tie off. Yeah Boy minus the blinkers. Happy Hunk looking to turn around some form. Both Fox Hunter Way and Heng's Choice of one-off ratings of 24 and 19, so they're both well rated in race number 2. What about the pace here, Paul?
Well, there doesn't seem to be a natural lead in the race. Happy Hunk led last start. It faded out a little bit towards the end, and from barrier 1, they may be tempted to have another crack at that. Fox Underway in barrier 2 can sit behind him. Now, Yeah Boy, when he won his race, and it was over the course and distance, he led all the way easily, but he hasn't led since. So from 10, I just thought with no pace in the race, there might be a little bit more forward on him, especially with a positive jockey like Luke Ferraris aboard. Northern Beast will be closer in the run from his better draw.
Here is Northern Beast. He leads them home in the horses backing up from race 5, 3, 4 into race number 2 on Wednesday night. Big 2 hasn't been too far away, Paul, but Northern Beast replicates this performance. He's going to be hard to beat, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He looks the winner in this race. He was momentarily held up behind Big 2 as well. Once he got into the clear, he finished off. He's going to be closer in the run, you'd suspect, from barrier number 5. So, yeah, I think he can win. The other one, Big Two, he stayed on nicely enough. He's quite consistent without winning as well. So, look, he goes in on a minor line.
Master of Luck, Paul, has found form at his last couple of starts. He ran second, then 7 days after that, he was victorious. Fox Hunter Way had a perfect trip this night, and Medic Elite, he's starting to drop down in the weights again, which is going to assist him.
Yeah, look, he knows his way around here, that's for sure. Medic Elite, this will be his 14th start this season. So he's going to go in because he holds his condition really well. He's got the claim. Look, Fox Underway had every chance and it was run down late. But look, I thought Medic Elite the one out of this race.
And Smart Beauty, finally, he's going to get the services of Zach Purton. This is him running 6th last time. He has been back to the trials since this race and ran second, beat 1 3/4 behind Dashing Glory. Just the one placing so far at Happy Valley, though.
Yeah, look, that was the sixth. Now this was a sixth, I should say, from him, and he actually went really wide on the turn, and that sort of lost his chance. Once he balanced up, he really finished off strongly here as well. Just the circumstance the race went against him here, I thought. And prior to this, he's been in great form. So, look, I think he's worth another chance.
You know what, he goes in, and who else is the makeup of the top four for race number 2?
I think Northern Beast is ready to win, so he goes on top for me, the 1, to beat the 10 Smart Beauty, Medic Elite, and Big 2, 1:10.68.
Northern Beast to carry the top weight to victory for Paul in the second on Wednesday night. Mount Butler Handicap is race number 3, and it is over the 1200 metres for the Class 4s, with Phoenix Light, a last start winner at Shah 10, carries an extra £5 on that victory. Romantic Novelist has the hood going on. Superb Witness, he wears cheek pieces for the first time. Wider draw for Glory Cloud. Dan Attack has the cheek pieces going on. And Chung Fat comes back in distance from the 1400 of the bigger circuit last time out. Paul Saquin from barrier number 10. He's got plenty of early pace, but he just hasn't been finishing it off. But that seems to be his thing. Just go forward. Yeah,
look, it is. And from barrier number 10, down in grade, he'll try and get to the lead. I mean, the other alternative is Parents Love, because Parents Love's led all the way in recent trials and likes to put him there, but put himself right on the pace. So, look, I think he's going to get the best run in the race. Diamond Source goes forward. Dan Attack can slot in there nicely as well.
Phoenix Light is our first replay. Despite the fact the win at Shah 10 last time, he has placed 2 from 5 course and distance. Will draw barrier number 9 in this race. Ellis Wong rides him to victory in this. He'll partner him again in this event on Wednesday night. What about back-to-back, though?
Yeah, that's just the query with him. Phoenix Light, he's now a 3-time winner, but he's at 5/3, so he has quite consistent from his 20-odd starts. I thought he ran on really nicely to win this race. The horse that's running second, Awesome Treasure's come out and run well again on the weekend. So, look, I'm going to put him in on a minor line. As you say, just the quick backup.
And that was King Miles on the inside too.
And he
won
won
at a short
well.
price.
Yeah.
So the format of that race is very, very strong. Exuberant running 3rd, usual honest performance from him. Glory Cloud ends up running 12th, but he had a tough trip. He made up heaps of ground in a recent trial, Glory Cloud.
Yeah, he did. He's drawn wide once again, unfortunately for him. So he's going to have to do it from the back once again, which I just wonder if that's going to be his undoing. But as you say, he was entitled to drop out here. He did. Exuberant's always one for exotics, isn't he? He always runs a race for you, so he'll go in on a minor line for me.
He's in Exuberant. What about Dan Attack? He was able to get that win going back 3 starts now, and he's been holding his form quite well with placings behind Beauty Infinity and Sports Legend.
He took a while, didn't he? He'd been beaten odds on favourites in the past, but look, the last 3 starts have all been good. The cheek pieces go on for the first time. A little bit of a sticky drawn 8, but I thought he could be able to slot in just behind. So, look, he's definitely goes in as well. I think, as you say, he's a horse going well. There's no match for the winner there, but he's come out and run well again since.
He sure has. And finally, Parents Love. This is down the straight at Shah 10 last time. He ends up running 5th, and he has got himself a decent draw for his first go over 1200 metres.
Yeah, look, he's been racing at Happy Valley, and he's drawn wide on both occasions, still ran pretty well. Here he was over the 1,000, and he was here for the long period of the race. This is quite a strong form race with Prosecco, who'd run second previously, and comes out of this race and wins. So look, back to Happy Valley, round a bend, I think he can be tough to beat.
Parents Love for you.
Yep, going to go with a bit of Parents Love there. He's on top for me, I think, from the inside draw. Exuberant, Dan Attack and Phoenix Light. We've covered those 3 off really well, but I thought Parents Love could win.
And that is the preview for race number 3. It's the first leg of Wednesday night's early treble. Race number 4 is a Class 4 over the 1,800 metres, and we have Dragon Star, extra £13. Senior rider Zach Turton on board this week for his first start over 1,800 metres. Satirical Glory has placed at the trip. Invincible Missile is yet to win past 1,650. Courier Magic shoots for 3 in a row. Little Fairy has the visor off, the tongue tie going on. Pakistan Friend has pacifiers for the first time. And Turtle again, he's a winner, course and distance, but all of his form so far has been down in Class 5, Paul.
Yeah, Dragon Star, look, he leads easily over 1,650. He's up to the 1,800 for the first time. I think he can lead. Concerto should get a nice run just in behind. Forever Glorious is an alternative leader if Dragon Star can't get across from his draw. And Satirical Glory likes the lead as well. So there should be a decent pace in this race.
We've got Nick joining us first of all to talk to an in-form rider, Ben Thompson. He partners Courier Magic.
Ben Thompson, it's a Wednesday night at Happy Valley, and well, for you, that can only mean one thing. You're riding Courier Magic, 2 from 2 around the track. You must be looking forward to getting back on board.
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. He's obviously in a short time, he's been an amazing horse to me. I'll be forever in debt to Courier Magic, so looking forward to sitting on him again tomorrow night.
What of his win last time, Ben? I mean, he let down with a really good rattle. He's sort of helped punters at big prices in those 2 wins. So he's been winning. Like, he isn't a 40 to 1 shot. He isn't a 16 to 1 shot. So he's really improving, isn't he? Definitely.
He's been well prepared and assessed by Jamie Richards and his team. They've really worked him out well and how he's most effective. The addition of blinkers really seemed to be the turning point. He's won obviously his last 2 wins, both bringing out Happy Valley, Class 5, Class 4 over the 1,650. Stays in Class 4, which gives you confidence. We know he's capable at the class. He rises to the 1,800, but given his pedigree and even the manner that he's won in, obviously the first of those 2 wins was he sat leaders back, the next one coming from beyond midfield, but running down the favourite of the race at the closing stages. And the hardest part of that ride, honestly, was pulling him up. He was a full head of steam, so it seems to, obviously Jamie and the connections have found a really good recipe to him, and hopefully can make it 3 in a row.
What about Gate 10? Now we're on the C course for this meeting. I mean, you've got that length of the straight over the 18 now to sort of work with. Gate 10, I mean, he's a hold-up sort of horse. Does it pose many issues for you?
I was probably speaking for Jamie and I, we'd definitely top it for a kind of draw if we had that power, but I think off his last win, just coming from a draw just outside the middle of the field, he was able to get the job done still. There does look to be really good speed in the race, so hopefully what we see on paper is what's presented when the gates open, and he's a horse that he can be a little awkward to begin when he jumps into stride, so I'll just plan A and probably, really the biggest plan or most important plan is just to find a nice rhythm on him and go from there. He trialled well at Chunfa last Monday, so he seems to be in great order and heading in there well tomorrow night.
Yeah, he certainly does look a large. And just going back to what you said when we started the interview, obviously, these horses, the special ones, they don't have to be top liners, do they? I mean, yes, he's a Class 4 horse, he's rated in the high 40s, but he's a horse that I'm guessing, since in your short time, it obviously does mean a lot, and they're special horses in their own right, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. It's obviously it was my first winner here. I'm sure I'd never forget him regardless, but to win 2 in a row was special. If he can make it 3, it's as you say, he's racing in pretty much the starting point. It is the starting point in classes here in Hong Kong, but he's really making a name for himself, and hopefully he can keep lifting momentum for myself.
Aiming for 3 in a row, Courier Magic and Ben Thompson in race number 4. Forever Glorious, Paul, this is 2 starts ago for him. He has since finished down the track at Sha Tin, and Turtle again has been finishing down the track in Class 4. Yeah,
I think he needs to drop down a grade. Look, Forever Glorious, he got his own way in front, and it looked like he was going to steal it halfway down the straight. He's drawn 9, so with that pace underneath him, he just might struggle to get to the rail and dictate. So that was just a little query I had with him. So I did leave him out in the end, Forever Glorious.
All right, could have left that replay out as well. Move on now to the next one. The closest at the end is Flying Silver. He runs 6th here, running ahead 9th and Little Fairy 10th. But this is his go, Flying Silver. 1,800 metres, he's coming back in trip.
Yeah, definitely. So, look, he'll get his opportunity as well, no doubt. Look, and his track work during the week was pretty good, this horse. I did catch the eye. He was right on the cusp for me. Didn't quite make it in, but was still a really good run from him. This is a wide open race, I'd just like to say at the start.
Needed a little asterisk before we started the replays. All right, this one is in because you've added it, so it has to be in. It's gold tack off this track work.
Look, it is wide open. Look, he's by preferment, this horse, so I've been waiting for him to step up and trip. He steps up to 1,800 metres. A nice piece of work from him. He looks ready to go. And look, he's run second a couple of times off a lot higher ratings than this, so I think he can win at a bit of odds.
Forever Glorious, Turtle again, Flying Silver, running ahead, Little Fairy, they're not in. He is. Who else?
Yeah, he's on top to beat Forever Glorious, Little Fairy. He's on top, gold tack. Going to put Concerto in, up to 1,800 for him. He'll get the nice run just in behind the pace. Courier Magic, we heard from Ben Thompson there as well. And Dragon Star up to 1,800 metres from a low draw, 9,561.
We didn't see Satirical Glory or Invincible Missile, so that is probably the Quinilla for the running of race number 4. Race number 5, it's a Class 3 over the 1,200 metres. Good field this too, with Celestial Colours at the top of the book. Going to do battle again with Kaholo Angel. That a great duel last time. Wings of War's placed his last 3. Lucky Archangels. Form's just tapered off a little bit. Active Faith goes up in distance. California Sybil had a lame right front issue following his last start. So he's had 3 trials since that race back in January. And down the bottom, Joy Cumming has his second start in Class 3. Barrier number 7 for Celestial Colours, Paul, but has the pace to lead.
Yeah, he was slightly slow away last time, which is uncharacteristic for him. And if he does jump normally, he can put himself right there. Active Faith back to 1,200 would be a lot handier. California Sybil comes in fresh. He's going to just might have to make Kaholo Angel work. I think Kaholo Angel will definitely get across, but he just might have to work a bit. Wings of War will get his opportunity. Lucky Archangel likewise.
Douglas White first up with Nick talking Wings of War.
Douglas, Wings of War is a runner for you on Wednesday. You haven't had him all that long in your stable, but you must be pleased with what he's doing so far.
Yeah, he's a picture of health at the moment. Hasn't set a foot wrong since he's walked into the yard, and probably been a bit unlucky on a few occasions due to circumstances. But the horse himself, he's holding his form, and he's racing with a bit of purpose.
Just on those 3 runs that you've had him for, I mean, to his credit, I mean, he's bumped in. The winners of those races have been horses that are in form, finding form, etc., etc. So, you know, he's certainly running true to his mark and up to form, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the form stacks up pretty well. As you indicated, the horses that have beaten him have been competitive again and are decent horses in the grade. So he's done a good job so far, and he comes back tomorrow night in similar form.
You've got the luxury, Douglas, always of riding track work, of course. How has he felt? I know you've had a sit on him since then.
Yeah, I have. He's held his form. He's a horse. He's a burly horse, so he can get away with you. But he's held his form, and he feels fluent in his action and pretty healthy.
I mean, and just going back to his European form, I mean, he's got that touch of class. I mean, if he brought that to the races, which he probably doesn't have to do a great deal to do so, then you know he's certainly going to be winning races here.
Yeah, his European form certainly suggests that he has got the ability. It's I think it was just a matter of welcome to Hong Kong with him and getting his mind around a few things. But he settled in well, as I've said, and look, he's healthy.
Talking of welcoming to Hong Kong, obviously we've welcomed Mary Slack as an owner, which is great. I imagine this one would give you plenty of pleasure if you could get a winner for Mary. I mean, there obviously is a connection there, and I mean, her and her family are huge in South Africa. I imagine you've donned these colours and won on them in the past, surely.
Yeah, we go back a long way. Lovely family, a lot of history. Rode for them a long time ago, and it would be fantastic to eventually get a winner for them as a trainer.
Douglas White there and Wings of War. Here is the battle, Paul, between Celestial Colours and Kaholo Angel from last time. They went at it for a fair way and they were still both there at the end. Celestial Colours eventually prevailing. Now, he carried 133 pounds in this race. He goes up to 135 and has run 4th since. Kaholo Angel, he ran 2nd, carrying 116. He drops down to 113 here and has run 3rd since behind James Tack at Sha Tin. So both of them have had a start since they went to a duel in this race.
Yeah, they did, and Celestial Colours was way too good in the end, or he was good in the end. Colorado Angel's drawn wide. He just might have to work to get across. That was the little thing I was worried about him. But look, they both fought on really strongly, and they both raced really well. So they're both decent chances coming up on Wednesday night.
Celestial Colours has also had a trial, and it was pretty impressive up at Chung Fa too since his last start on the 13th of March. Replay now of Captain Win running third, Joy coming 8th, and Lucky Archangel 11th. He was in good form, Lucky Archangel, but it's just plateaued.
Yeah, I just wonder if he needs it a bit easier. Lucky Archangel, maybe down back into Class 4. Well, we'll see what happens with him. I know he has won twice in this class, but as you say, he's just struggling at the moment. Captain Win has been very consistent. He's been racing really well. He's drawn wide. He's going to have to go back. I'm going to put him in on a minor line.
Active Faith is drawn to get a perfect trip in behind the leader. Had his first start over 1,000 metres last time, and he didn't go a half bad race in it either. He ran 5th behind Beauty Waves 2 starts ago. He runs 2nd, beat narrowly behind Colourful Emperor.
Yeah, back to 1200 is ideal for him. He's a 2-time winner over the distance. He's run 2nd 5 times as well. So he's a horse that really likes it here. He really fights. He's drawn ideally in barrier 1. So he's going to get the best run of the race.
And is that best run in the race going to get him home?
I think he can. Yeah, I think he can win this race. So from the inside draw, he can sit just in behind the pace. He's on top. Celestial Colours, Wings of War, and the Captain Win. 7-1-4-9.
Triple Trio punters. Race number 5 is also your first leg. Another division of the Class 4 1200 metres is race number 6, and it jumps at 9:10 local time. Kaying Cheer returns for the first time since December. He's minus the blinkers. The class drop for California Touch. iVictorium is on debuts, had 5 trials, 1 at the Valley. So Treasure, he's trialled quite well. He's had 2 trials since his first start in November. Better from Glory B last time. Country Dancer draws a better gate, and My Intelligent has been top 4 his last 3 starts, but has that wide draw of gate number 11. Paul, Kaying Cheer from 3 goes straight to the front.
That's how he likes to run. Kaying Cheer comes in fresh. Champion Method can go forward. He likes to go forward. Cheer for South might just a little bit tough. He might have to work in the early stages. My Intelligent won't be far away. Run timing. California Touch from an inside draw. I thought Country Dancer would be a bit closer in the run than he was last start.
My Intelligent, he's certainly been around the money lately, Paul. He was given a perfect trip this night. He's in behind the leader as we're about to turn for home. That is not going to happen, you wouldn't think, from barrier number 11. He ran 2nd here behind an informed co-partner Prance, though. Yeah,
look, there is a little bit of pace in this race, so he might try and go forward. Look, if he doesn't get in, he's going to find it a little bit tough. That's definitely the key. Chris So's stable's going really well. He comes with a lightweight, but I was just happy to watch him.
What about Cheer for South, who was very good 2 starts ago, and he rattled home. He has since run 4th, and Country Dancer, he runs 6th in this race, but he's had to battle some bad barriers lately.
Yeah, finally got a good draw, so he's going to be close from the run. Zach Purden will stick with him, and I think this is a good opportunity for him to win this race. So I do like Country Dancer. I'm going to throw Cheer for South in, but he's got an awkward draw, so he's just going to have to overcome that as well with him. But I think both these 2 are legitimate chances.
Next up, Champion Method. This is his grade. He didn't really go on with it. In fact, he didn't go on with it at all when he was up in Class 3. Ran 5th behind Lifeline Express, and this has proven to be a race where full credit on the inside has come out and bolted up since, and he's just held up for room there. Can he return to a bit of form in this?
Yeah, well, he's capable. There's no doubt about it. I just think he's a better suited horse. He's quite a big horse at Happy Valley, the way things are going, at Sharton, the way things are going, rather than Happy Valley. So, look, he was right on the cusp for me. I ended up leaving him out.
He goes out until we head now to the Sharton trials. This is Kaying Cheer running 2nd. iVictorium, he runs 5th in this. Kaying Cheer, 3 trials since we last saw him, and they've all looked good.
Did win fresh in the past as well, Kaying Cheer. So he's definitely more than capable. He's got to carry the top weight. Haven't seen him for a while, but I think he worries me a bit in this race. He definitely goes in. The other one, iVictorium, 11.26 pounds, 5 trials. Happy to watch him.
So we'll wait for iVictorium, but there's Kaying Cheer second on the inside under a nice hold. Hugh Bowman rides him for Pierre Ung, and where does he ride into your top four?
He comes in there second, actually. I'm going to go with the 10 on top, which is Country Dancer. I think he'll be a lot closer in the run, and he's ready to win. Kaying Chair for self. I'm going to put Glory B in. Look, his run for second last time here at Happy Valley behind Winning Heart was good. 10-1-11-8.
The pertinent size combination to the 4 to win race number 6 for Paul on Wednesday night. And race number 7 now. We work our way through the preview for this one, and we've got Capital Delight at the top of the book. He's been back to the trial since running 10th behind Watch Buddy last time. Superb Capitalist, awkward jump last 2. Brave Star has won 2 trials since he's just a disappointing 8th. He was in such good form before that. Goko Win has the blinkers going back on. Beauty Infinity, 2 starts this grade for 2 placings. Happy Fat Cat's looking for the hat-trick. Happy Day returns for the first time since December. And Kairos Dragon is eligible for the top of Class 4. Happy Fat Cat leads here, Paul. I guess Superb Capitalist could, if he jumps like he has in the past, except his last 2.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever happens, I think from the inside draw, Happy Fat Cat will hold the rail. So he'll try and get outside him. Superb Capitalist, Beauty Infinity, the likely favourite, should get a lovely run. So will Brave Star, to be fair. Kairos Dragon's been racing well. Back to Happy Day, not usual start, and Capital Delight towards the back.
Nick here's back to talk to Matthew Poon about his ride in this race. It is Happy Fat Cat.
Matthew Poon, Happy Fat Cat, one of your rides on Wednesday night. You've got a super record on him now, Matt. 2 rides for 2 wins, so you must be looking forward to him again.
Well, why not? Actually, I'm quite surprised last start, like, he can in class feed against some like stronger field, stronger horse. So his form is really well. Like, he traveled really good. So hopefully he can do it again.
Just reflecting on his last run, I mean, as you say, it was a Class 3, so it was going to be that bit tougher, but he seems to have a really good attitude, this horse, doesn't he?
I think like he get more mature, older, and he start to learn how to relax, and now he can relax and give me a little kick at the top shake. So yeah, he seems like change a bit and stronger as well. So
he likes to race on the pace, Matt, so he's quite an easy horse to ride, it would seem. Gate number 1, that's also a positive.
Yeah, I think this draw is perfect for him. Like, he can, I can easy to make a decision. Like, I can lead or I can hold a box seat. So depend on how the other horses jump and easy to work it out. Yeah.
With your claim, he's actually got 10 pounds more to carry on his back, so it is tougher for him now. Once again in Class 3, but do you think he's still got a bit more to offer this horse?
Well, I think he's still like happy and in good form. Let's see if he can do it again. Yeah.
You and Cody Moe have teamed up quite well. You haven't had too many rides for him, but I think you've ridden 3 winners for him now, so it's nice to have that association as well.
Yes. So thank you for his support as well. Hopefully we have more winner to come.
Matthew Poon there talking Happy Fat Cat. Couple of the trial file runners now, Paul, and we do start with Brave Star. He was going so well that he ran 8th last time behind Tomodachi Kokoro. Do we forget that run, go off the trials and all the form previously?
Look, they've given him a break. He hasn't, that was back in January. So he's had a couple of months off. I thought the trial was good. He looks refreshed. He's going to get a lovely run from Barrier 3. So I would go off the trials, and I've included him.
He goes in, and our final one is a horse we haven't seen for a while as he gets down beating Hyper Dragon Ball in that trial. Happy Day. Jamie Richards trains him. He's had a number of trials since his last appearance. They've looked quite okay too.
Look, he should get the race run to suit. He likes to get back. He likes to run on. Comes from behind this horse. And look, I think he's going to really be suited in the small field. So look, I'm going to include him on a minor line, just on a minor line. But as you can see, there's nothing wrong with the trial here.
He's had 3 trials in total. That's Rattan Kingdom, his stablemate, going on to win it though. So he's in on a minor line behind who?
I'm going to put Beauty Infinity in on top here. He looks the winner of the race. He's been going so well recently. Brave Star. Chorus Dragon has been catching the eye, finishing off strongly enough in his races. The small field will aid him, and Happy Day comes in fresh. 6-3, 10-9.
Race 7, number 6, Beauty Infinity for Paul to take the first leg of the late treble. Race number 8, Mount Cameron Handicap it is, and a few chances in this upcoming race also. It's over the 1650. XL Wong Choi on the class drop has the tongue tie going on. Jumbo Legend, 2-time winner over 1200 metres. He has placed once over 1650. Whereas Precise Express, all of his wins have been 1800 metres. Strongest Boy's in good form. Turin Warriors placed 8 from 12 course and distance. Looking Cool has the cheek pieces off, the shadow roll and the visor going on, and Aromatica has not been seen for just over a month. The pace here, Paul, Golden Darcy, XL Wong Choi, and everybody gets their chance.
There's no pace in the race. There's no leader. It's going to be a rush to the back in this race. Golden Darcy's up to 1650, has led over shorter, so that's why I thought he could lead. XL Wong Choi is another one that's coming up to 1650 for the first time and downgraded, so I thought he might press on. Turin Warrior can be close up. Comet Splendido from an inside draw.
Strongest Boy has had to overcome some horror barrier draws. He's had some more decent ones of late, including that win 2 starts ago from barrier 6. Wider again this week out in barrier number 8, but he likes to get back and come from behind.
Yeah, he does. He's definitely a come from behind horse. And he's a horse that has been racing really well recently. He's got a good turn of foot on him. He hasn't had the races run to suit and has been running on and catching the eye. He just got sort of mugged late in this race, but he's a horse that's in good form at the moment.
That was Career Magic, who went on to make it 2 in a row by beating him in that race. United Endeavours is a last start winner. Jumbo Legend 5th and 2 Infinity runs 9th. United Endeavours is a 3-time course and distance winner. Keith Young and Chris So, they've teamed up 31 times. They've won 6 races between them.
Yeah, they're going well as a team, aren't they? Look, this horse, he had just worrying about putting 2 together. That was the little query. It was a real bunch finish, this as well, and he managed just to get over the top. So, yeah, I haven't got him in. I haven't got any of these 3 in these.
Right, he is out. What about Turin Warrior? Surely you couldn't have him on a win line, but if you're a place punter, he's an absolute dream, isn't he?
Yeah, I have got him in on a place line, Turin Warrior. Look, he's hard to leave out because he's just been going so well recently. This horse definitely goes in as well. I'm going to put Comet Splendido in on a very minor line as well. Just the fact that there doesn't look like there's any pace in the race. He's drawn barrier number 1 and he should get a nice run just in behind. So he goes in on a minor line. And Turin Warrior, look, he just doesn't want to win, does he? But he races consistently. He's just a pack horse.
A 27-start Hong Kong maiden. He did win one overseas before he got here. Now, Golden Darcy's been in your selections a few times of late. This is his recent track work. Is he in this week?
I'm going to put him in because he's up to 1650 for the first time. Of course, he's a full brother to the Derby winner, Sky Darcy. The track work's been good, has led in the past, and maybe he can dictate from the front. And if he can, I think he's a winning chance.
Lack of leader sees him first out, first home.
Yeah, going to put him in our top actually. So we'll see if he can win up to 1650. Strongest Boy, Turin Warrior, both horses that race really well, but a lot of placings between them. And Comet Splendido from a good draw. Open race, but went 4-6-8-2.
A winning first look at 1650 for Golden Darcy for Paul Lally in race number 8. Last race is the 9th. It's a Class 3 and it's over the 1650 metres. Silver Sonic, he has won course and distance previously, but will carry the top weight of just 130 pounds in this race. Quantum Patch, 7 starts, 1 win, 4 placings, course and distance. Samarkand is flying, looking for 3 in a row. Red Hair King, huge win last time. Show Respect, 7-day backup. Affordable, cheek pieces go on. Romantic Lau, cheek pieces and the hood come off. Capital Legend won last Wednesday night, but it was in Class 4, and Zoom Boom's placed his only time, course and distance. The speed, Paul, comes from Samarkand. Red Hair King won't know himself. He'll get a much better run from a more kind draw. In fact, it's the same draw as what he had where he just had no luck last time.
That was it. The way the race was run, he was 3 wide from barrier 4. This is slightly different because there's not as much pace in this race and underneath him, but I think he can slot in behind. Samarkand never led last start, but just from the wide draw, I think he's just going to have to go on with it. Barrier 12, Show Respect, likes to race handily. Lucky 8, he's not sure where he is at the moment. The 1650, they're persevering with him, but his better form is at a shorter distance.
And this is David Hayes first up, and he's going to talk about Samarkand and his continued good form with Nick.
David, Samarkand is a horse who's really found form this season, I guess in no small part to an association with Jerry Chow. More on that shortly, but how is the horse since his last win?
He keeps on keeping on. He's got an awkward gait, but we've stuck to the same process that's won 4 races this year, and he looks like he's holding his form.
He's going to jump from a wide gate as well. I guess that does obviously put a little bit of a spanner in the works. Yeah,
look, you never know, but on form there's not a lot of speed, so he might zip across and lead.
Is he his own best enemy in some respects? He never wins by that far, so I guess the handicapper can't penalise him too much.
Yeah, he's really creeped up the ratings for winning. He hasn't had a blockbuster win, and that works in Hong Kong.
You're a man, I'm sure, who keeps a keen eye on the form book always. Ivy League ran 5th in that race last time, so that's looking good.
Yes, very much so. So there's no doubt that he's a genuine Class 3 horse, and if he doesn't have too hard a first 400, he's going to be hard to beat again.
Mentioned about him and Jerry, of course. Jerry's got a good association with him. What is it you think that clicks between the pair?
I don't know, but Jerry's very confident about the horse and rides him well every time.
That is Samarkand. He's going to have to beat some nice horses though if he wants to continue on his winning way. Paul, Show Respect. He's raced since this race. He was unlucky last week. Zoom Boom second, Quantum Patch third. The other two would need to improve a little bit on what they've done lately.
Yeah, I think this is one of the main form races to come out of the race with all these horses. Quantum Patch, he'll just want a bit of extra pace on, and I think he can finish off strongly. He's been quite a consistent horse. He's got really good turn of foot. Zoom Boom's found his mark as well, and it was a really nice run from him. And as you say, Show Respect was a bit unlucky last start. Look, it's whether he's reached his mark, because he went head bang bang with those 2 wins, but there's no reason I think he can not run well again.
And stable certainly racing well, that of Mark Newnham. Speaking of racing well, this win by Red Hair King, who was entitled to finish a lot further back than first in this race. Quantum Patch ended up running 7th, and he has placed, as we just saw in that replay since then. Red Hair King, a well-deserved a couple of weeks away from the track after this.
Yeah, he didn't get into the race at all, Quantum Patch, and he went right wide around the bend there. Yeah, look, it was just the way the race was run for Red Hair King. It ended up 3 wide from barrier 4. It all looked like a bit of a horror show, but he managed to win, and from that same draw, I think he's going to get a lot better run. There's not that much pace underneath him.
And finally, Capital Legend, another one from last week. This was down in Class 4, was able to get the job done. He heads into Class 3, where he's had 16 starts. He has won in the grade previously.
Yeah, so look, he's more than capable, and he does come up with it into this grade. He's in form at the moment. It's just whether the 7-day backup will work for him. But look, there was nothing wrong with this win. Him and Foremost Teddy, they sort of went away with it. The little query I had with this race, the first 4 were the first 4 home, and they sort of crawled in the first part, and then they had the race run to themselves. So that just worries me a little bit coming into this one.
And despite the weight relief, it's a lot tougher this week too.
Yeah, it is. This is a lot harder race, and there's some nice up-and-coming horses in this. Going to go with on top Red Hair King. I think he will get a better run from barrier 4 and can win again. Quantum Patch will be a little bit closer. Zoom Boom and Show Respect coming out of that same race. So 4, 2, 11 and 5.
And that is the Valley on Wednesday night. 9 races on the C course, and we get things underway at 20 minutes to 7 o'clock local time.